Hey guys, my name is Mountain Command Ninjago, and for this video, I'll be reviewing Ninjago episode 65, The Hands of Time, and I know that is also the title for this season, but yeah, it came out to be also the title for the season premiere. But yeah, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tell you what happened, and then later share my opinion on this episode. So yeah, but without further ado, let's get into this. So the episode pretty much started when they show us the landscape of Ninjago, and I did like that. And yeah, and they took us, and it took us to the monastery where they show us a really creepy rabbit, but it didn't have to do with anything with the story. And also, Wu appeared with his pocket watch, and then what dropped from the skies was a Cornix, the time twin, and yeah. So they said some interesting stuff like a Cornix was from the past, and Wu was waiting for him, and so they had to fight to finish what they started. And also like there was like in the past, like 40 years ago in the Ninjago timeline, like I think Wu and Garmadon and fought against the Time Twins, which were Crux and Cornix. So yeah, so of course Garmadon is dead, and Crux is not there, so Wu and the Cornix had to fight to order to finish this. So yeah, so and then they when they were just about to fight, it went to the intro stuff, and then and then there were the ninja that were in the museum, and yeah, we get to learn some interesting stuff. The ninja were looking at paintings and stuff, and of Kai Nia's parents, and the battle between Wu and Garmadon versus Crux and Cornix. So yeah, and then Dr. Sanders appeared, and he brought some pickled tea or something like that, or something really gross, and all the ninja didn't like it, but actually Jay liked it. But yeah, and then Dr. Sanders said, oh yeah, he told it, he told the ninja about the time twins, which ironically he is a time twin, and yeah, and he's trying his best to hide it, but yeah, he did. But and yeah, and then that's all I could remember on that scene. But yeah, and then we went back to Wu and Ecornix, which they were fighting. And yeah, it was like a big whole fight scene, and it was pretty good, I guess. And and yeah, and somehow oh yeah, Wu a Cornix was just about to fall till Wu grabbed his cape. That was really funny. And Wu said something like, "Oh, if you give up, then you will fall," and he said it was also Crux's fall, and then it will be yours. So yeah, Wu said that, and then Cornix, has to give up. But then what fell in the sky was the forward time blade, and then it skipped. How about I tell you this? Okay, so Wu somehow, I don't know why, has to finish the battle exactly at 6 p.m. But but when that time blade falls, it skipped an entire minute, and yeah, and then a Cornix stated that it is 6:01, and yeah, so, and that means they have to fight again, and yeah, so yeah, that was interesting. But the ninja and everybody else realized that a minute has passed, and yeah, and they were well, they started to wonder on that until, you know, Zane pointed to the ninja. It was like some kind of energy that that makes them skipped a minute of their entire life, and and yeah, and it was the time, which came from the time blade, of course. But and yeah, so yeah, the ninja were in the Destiny's Bounty. They were outside to the Destiny's Bounty to inside the Destiny's Bounty at the, you know, when they skipped a minute, and also, yeah, they were on their way to the monastery. They figured out that Wu and Cornix were in there, and so they went there, and yeah, and then we went back to Wu and Cornix, and this time Cornix was winning the battle, and yeah, and Wu fell off, and then some, and had his hands, but before he fell, he had his, you know, hands on a tree branch or whatever you call it. But yeah, so Cornix won the battle, and then the ninja came from the Destiny's Bounty, and then I think Jay was the first one to come out, and yeah, and he was just about and he was fighting Cornix, and yeah, and and then later all the ninja came down to the monastery, and yeah, but Cornix was, you know, defeating them, and yeah, everything is not looking good for the ninja, because like he could go forward to time, and which, you know, which makes the ninja miss wherever, like whenever the ninja use their powers, they miss I mean, they miss firing at, you know, Cornix. So and then you know, Kai fired a flame ball at Cornix, and then it burned out the monastery. Even though it was always burned out, and way back in episode 2, it was, all the rest of the runes were getting burned, and then yeah, and then Cornix, you know, went up there, and then and then he said, "Ninja, come out and play," a couple times, which was weird, but and yeah, so, but so all 6 ninja put their element on Cornix time blade, but it instead of them destroying the time blade, it just like pushed them like through, and then Cornix escaped, and yeah, he escaped, and wait, what else? And yeah, and then the ninja were yeah, got up, and then they just remembered that they remember, I mean, they were wondering what happened to Wu, so they looked around from the monastery, and then they saw Wu, like, hanging on a tree branch, and then they rescue him. Like, Wu was just about to fall, but but Cole grabbed his arm, and then, yeah. And then, the ninja were wondering what happened, and then Wu said there was much to tell you, and then the entire episode ends back at the museum, and which Dr. Saunders Sanders met Crux. I mean, met Cornix, and yeah, and he was wondering where he'd been, and yeah, and he said he had to fight the ninja, and yeah, and then it was revealed that Dr. Saunders Sanders is Crux, and yeah, and they hugged, and then yeah, the episode ended. So that's all that happened. So what do I think about it necessarily? Okay, there were a few issues, especially they focused way too much on the fighting part. Not it's like if it's bad or anything, but I wish they could have did better. And for the animation looks okay, but it doesn't look the best compared to last year with Skybound, and but I do like the fight scenes and all, and one of my main problems is how they did the characters. Like, all the ninja now feel, you know, different now. It's like characters like Nia and Jay, like Jay, like after you know, Jay being more mature at the end of Skybound, he was still like, I don't know, Jay is different now. Like, he's like, I don't know, his personality totally changed, and I should say the same with Nia. I don't know, it's kind of weird. Like, after we have that emotional season finale of Skybound, we got this. And yeah, then that's how I kind of feel like with this episode. And it's like, yeah. And I don't know, some of the dialogue was pretty bad, I guess. I don't know, it made bad time puns, but some of it was great. But what else should I say? Yeah, the story is interesting so far. I like yeah, it's all about, you know, Ecornet's coming back, or you know, so the whole thing is started because Ecornix finally arrived to the future. So yeah, so, and then Dr. Crux has to pretend to be this man, which was Dr. Saunders Sanders, to hide from his identity. And yeah, that was pretty cool. I kind of do like Cornix. I like his English accent. I think that is really cool. And even though I only saw a minute of Crux, which I know, yeah, he's Dr. Saunders Sanders, but besides of him being Dr. Saunders Sanders, yeah, and he has a nice voice actor too, so that's good. Yeah, but my main problem is that, but my main problem with this episode, or I said that the characters was my main problem, but I feel like the entire episode focused way too much on the fight. Yes, I did said that before, but also, I don't know, the episode only took place in 2 locations, And yeah, in that way, it's kind of felt kind of boring, I guess. And yeah, it was pretty. I don't know. Some of the scenes when the ninja are in the Destiny's Bounties, those scenes were kind of boring, I guess. But at least the fight scenes had the best quality of the episode, at least. So, yeah. So, yeah, I guess that's all I have to say here. So, if you did enjoy this video, please hit that like button, and also why not subscribe, and please comment what you think about the episode if it's different to my opinion, and also yeah, please hit that bell so all my videos will get notified to you. And yeah, so this is Mountain Commander Ninjago here, and I'm signing out. Bye bye.